Welcome back, my friends. It's Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern, and that means it's time for some more WWE 2K22 Fantasy Warfare bonus content. That's right. This one's going to be a little fired up because my heart has never beaten as heavy and as thick as it did back in 2014 at WrestleMania 30 when I heard the words, "The streak is over." It was at WrestleMania 30 that the pro wrestling world's collective jaws dropped to the floor as the referee's hand came down for a 1, for a 2, and for a 3. And in the end, your winner, Brock Lesnar. It was the first time in 22 WrestleMania matchups that a winner's name in an Undertaker match had been announced as anything other than your winner is the Undertaker. On that night, The Undertaker's WrestleMania streak became 21-1. And as a longtime Undertaker fan, I can tell you I could not believe what I had seen, like so many pro wrestling fans that night. But here this week at our Fantasy Warfare bonus content, we're going to put him back in the ring at WrestleMania 30 and see if The Undertaker can reverse the fortunes and, at least in a Fantasy Warfare sense, become 22-0 at WrestleMania. So we take it back to New Orleans, Louisiana, at the Superdome, not the Thunderdome, not the Silverdome, the Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana. It's The Undertaker defending his streak against Brock Lesnar. Let's head on down to ringside. Well, well, well. We've returned to the scene of the crime. It's New Orleans, Louisiana. It's WrestleMania 30. It's Beast versus Streak. 21-0. The Undertaker was heading into WrestleMania 30. Brock Lesnar looked to eat, sleep, and conquer the streak.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, accompanied by Paul Heyman from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 295 pounds, the Superstar,
Brock Lesnar. I guess we need to, finish the ring introductions because, as we've always complained about, they don't let you reuse the actual superstars' names. I'll let you make alternate attires of them and stuff, but hot damn if you want to, use them as an entirely separate character. Use the same call names. Anyway, Brock Lesnar back in 2014 looked to eat, sleep, and conquer the streak. And I think many people coming into that matchup assumed that it was just going to be standard WrestleMania fare for The Undertaker. That he'd have a struggle. He'd go to war just as he had done at the previous WrestleManias. I mean, going back to WrestleMania 23, The Undertaker had really been involved in annual wars. And that's not to discount his WrestleMania 21 match with Randy Orton or even WrestleMania 22 with Mark Henry. But I'd say his wars at WrestleMania really got started at WrestleMania 23 with Batista. He had a hell of a match with Edge at 24. 25 and 26 were with Shawn Michaels. 27 and 28 with Triple H. 29 wasn't really a war, but it was personally motivated, as he went one-on-one with CM Punk at WrestleMania 29.
and his opponent from Death Valley, weighing in at 299 pounds, the Phenom,
The Undertaker. Well, at least I could complete the ring introductions for him. But The Undertaker had been involved in a series of wars at WrestleMania year after year after year, and had come out on top each and every single time. So I think many people assumed coming into WrestleMania 30 that it would be a war between Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker, but that ultimately The Undertaker would walk away from the New Orleans Superdome 22-0. And as the history books have shown, The Undertaker did not walk away from that match 22-0. The unthinkable happened. 21-1 was flashed on every video screen in the New Orleans Superdome at the conclusion of the match back in WrestleMania 30, excuse me. I, for one, as I noted at the top of the show, will never, ever, ever forget the utter thumping in my chest. It had been a long weekend personally, and we were watching WrestleMania 30 in my home, and I happened to, doze off, fall asleep. It had been a very physical weekend, lots of cleaning, lots of moving, and things were going on. So I fell asleep. And then I was woken up. And I'll never forget it. My future wife says to me, "Babe, The Undertaker lost." And I woke up from a deep sleep and thought my heart was going to explode because I could not believe what she had just shared with me. And sure enough, it was true. I woke up right in time to see the 21-1 flashed on the screen as The Undertaker had suffered his very first defeat at WrestleMania. And the WWE had been really good at making you wonder year after year. There were a lot of close calls. In fact, the first time that they ever really truly got me was at WrestleMania 23 with Batista. I thought Batista was going to win that night because Batista was super on fire, and I thought The Undertaker just wasn't going to beat Batista that night. They didn't really get me a ton at WrestleMania 24, but WrestleMania 25, they got me so bad I lost my voice yelling at the ring as I watched that one live at the Reliant Dome in Houston, Texas. Again, WrestleMania 26 had its moments, same at 27, 28. 29 had a couple of moments where you wondered, but you kind of knew they weren't going to give the streak to CM Punk. In this one here, you could almost tell immediately in the original matchup that something was wrong, and of course we would learn later on that The Undertaker was knocked out and concussed very early in the matchup, leading to, it was pretty much a one-sided affair. The Undertaker would get his burst of energy, but for the most part, it wasn't the matchup that we were expecting. The Undertaker would consistently fight, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, we had an F5. Did anybody really expect the referee to come down for a 3? I don't think anybody in the crowd, in the back, at ringside, anywhere, could have ever expected that 1, 2, 3 to come down as swiftly as it did. It wasn't one of those delayed dramatic counts either. It was a 1, 2, 3, done. Nothing dramatic about it. The Undertaker was counted out for a 3. And we could debate all day long whether or not The Undertaker should have kept his streak into retirement, whether Brock Lesnar should have been the guy to end the streak. The Undertaker has even gone on the record books as saying that he felt that Brock Lesnar did not need to end the streak, that he would have rather it be someone like Roman Reigns. And we could debate that point all day long, and, well, we don't have all day long. We have the length of this match, unless these guys go all day long. Personally, at the time, if they were going to make the decision, I don't think that there's anybody else in WWE other than Brock Lesnar, maybe John Cena, who could have defeated The Undertaker and dealt with all the heat and the backlash that came with ending The Undertaker's legendary WrestleMania streak. Now, if The Undertaker had been able to keep going at the volume he was going in later years, and I say The Undertaker would have had to continue into the pandemic era and beyond it, because that's when Roman Reigns was born. Roman Reigns in Shield gear ending the streak was not going to do anything for Roman Reigns because the audience wasn't ready to accept him at that point. Roman Reigns in the Bloodline, if, say, Roman Reigns had ended The Undertaker's streak at WrestleMania 36, I wouldn't have done it at the PC, so maybe WrestleMania 37 or even last year. That would have been something. Especially if The Undertaker had gone into retirement with the streak intact, and then Roman Reigns coaxes The Undertaker into one more WrestleMania match, and it's at that WrestleMania match that Roman Reigns ended the streak, that would have been huge. That would have been like the icing on the Roman Reigns cake. But of course, nobody could foresee what was going to happen beyond 2014. It was a decision made the day of, and Brock Lesnar walked away as the 1 in 21-1. But here today in this bonus content for WWE 2K22 Fantasy Warfare here at youtube.com/@BloodyBillBox, we revisit the WrestleMania 30 clash between Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker. It's been a back-and-forth affair, and we look to see whether or not it was just destined in the stars for Brock to be the one in 21-1. Big-time chokeslam from The Undertaker. Or maybe can The Undertaker, at least in this fantasy warfare setting, keep his WrestleMania streak intact? Big-time elbow drop off the top rope by the Phenom. Missing that grounded elbow drop. I suppose it's a good thing he hit the leaping elbow drop first. Boot to the midsection by Lesnar. He's got him set up in a powerbomb position. Could it be a powerbomb time? Uh-oh. To the floor. Down he goes to the floor. Brock Lesnar just sent The Undertaker flying. Kicking away at the back leg of The Undertaker. Backing away to The Undertaker. Taker catches him. Nice headbutt by the Phenom. Sends Lesnar into the stairs. Paul Heyman up on the ring apron. What the hell is he doing up there? Somebody get him down. The Undertaker is distracted by Heyman. Lesnar comes in from behind. He's going to get him with the F5. He's got him up and down. F5. The F5 has been hit, but the referee calling for the rope break. Taker with a shot to the midsection. Oh, gnarly lariat. Takes Lesnar down, and now The Undertaker is stalking Brock Lesnar, waiting for him to get up to his feet. Tombstone time. He's got a tombstone. Driving Brock Lesnar down into the mat. Referee is there with the count. And Lesnar's able to kick out. Lesnar hit the F5. We got a rope break. Taker hits the tombstone. And we only get a 2 count. And now The Undertaker looks to take Brock Lesnar to old school as he heads up to the top rope, walking across those ropes like only Taker can. Driving that fist down into the back of Brock Lesnar as Paul Heyman is up on the turnbuckle. Looked like he was trying to remove the turnbuckle pad. Lesnar from behind. Oh no. It's time for Taker to take a trip to Suplex City. And now it's time to get dropped off. Oh, there it is. A drop off to Suplex City. The Undertaker dropped on the back of his head 3 different times, much similar to the original matchup in 2014. The referee there for the count. He counts 2, and The Undertaker kicks out 1 more time. Lesnar arguing with the referee on that near fall, but it's going to take a little bit more to put away the Phenom. Going for the F5. He's up on the shoulders again. Down 1 more time. This time, no rope break for The Undertaker. The streak is over 1 more time. Oh, no, it's not. The streak is not over on that one. The Undertaker's got Lesnar up. Tombstone. No, snake eyes into the corner. Taker with the cover on Lesnar. Referee there with the count. And that's it. Brock Lesnar gets taken down with a snake eyes. Must have KO'd him or something, because you'd think it would have been a choke slam or a tombstone or something of that sort that would have put away Brock Lesnar, but ultimately, it's the snake eyes. So in today's WWE 2K22 bonus content, we rewrite the history books as The Undertaker walks away from WrestleMania 30 22-0. I'd like to thank you for joining me for yet another edition of WWE 2K22 bonus content. Be sure to join me next Monday and every Monday at 6 p.m. And of course, brand new episodes drop every Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern, right here at youtube.com/@BloodyBillVox.